it's not how you start, but how you finish. And that was the case for the Edward Waters Tigers. The Tigers started the season on a 4-game losing streak, but they ended it on a 4-game winning streak, finishing the season with a record of 5-6, the same record the Tigers had year one under head coach Toriano Morgan. Joining me now is the head coach himself, who has completed his second complete year over at EWU. Coach Morgan, so good to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
Coach, let's talk about this season. You talk about a roller coaster. You start, as I said, on a losing swing, and then you get it going towards the middle a little bit, and then you finish strong. Describe for me first what was going wrong early on.
Well, early in the season, we were right there in games. So we were one play here on offense, one play here on defense, one play on special teams. We make those plays on either phase of the game. It changes our season drastically from 5-6. We're looking at maybe 8-3. The combined total points of those losses were 13 points. So we had to just kind of step back and look at ourselves and look at things that we could make corrections on immediately to swing those plays in our favor. Ultimately, we were able to do that, right the ship, and ultimately we finished the season on a 4-game win streak.
So as I stumbled at the beginning of this interview trying to say you completed your second year over at EWU, you finished 5-6 yet again. What does this program have to do to take the next step year three?
Well, year three, again, we've gotten a chance to where we've gotten one complete cycle, recruiting cycle. So just continue to follow our plan as far as recruiting and being able to get out into the First Coast area, the Jacksonville, Duval area, and keep some of this fertile talent here in Jacksonville. And then we look to own 4 hours out either way. So I just continue to work that plan and just continue to develop the guys that we have in the program to kind of do things the way that we've set forth, and we're confident that the wins are going to come.
And before we move on to the next topic, when you go into parents' homes, how are you selling them on EWU?
Well, we sell them just strictly on our 3 pillars of what our program is. The first one is we're very confident, and we want the parents and our student athletes to know that they don't build schools for football. They build schools for school. Right. So we want to make sure, firstly, the first question we ask is, do they love school and do they love football? Because ultimately we want them to get a degree. Second is the development in 3 phases, academically, socially, and athletically. And then the last part is something that I've said since day one, since I've been here, is winning. Winning championships, and it's not something that we're afraid to talk about. It's something that, we want to continue to put in the atmosphere so it can actually manifest.
Now, I'm going to ask our director to re-rack that video because I didn't tell him we were going to stay on that direction. We're supposed to move on, and we will now. You have a new boss, athletic director, Dr. Ivana Rich. Your thoughts on the new AD, and have you guys talked about what her vision and plan is for your program?
Yes, we have. She's been in a little less than a month now, hit the ground running. And so, her vision is to excel. And as far as we're talking about excel, is keeping the program in the right direction, but keeping it excelling in the direction that it's going to reach even greater heights. We've had some very in-depth conversation about what that's going to look like. And we're just really excited about her vision, her leadership, and where the entire, not just the Edward Waters athletic program, but the Edward Waters University is going.
All right, Coach, we'll wrap it up with this. Deion Primetime Sanders making a lot of headway. He left Jackson State, taking his talents to Colorado. A lot of headlines about this. Could you just speak about the impact he's had on historically black colleges and universities?
I think the impact that he's had has been tremendous. And some may say a short time, but to accomplish what he's accomplished in just a 2-year span at any level of the sport of football has just been truly tremendous. Being able to not only win championships back-to-back, but to also graduate guys. I think it's 25 games that he's won over 2 seasons. You can take that number and compare it to Nick Saban's, anybody, in the Power 5. So the body of work in that period of time he's laid has been there. So again, I think I'll just take a quote as he said, in this business, as a coaching profession, you move by 2 ways, your elevation or termination. So he got the ability to elevate. So, I'm for one, glad to see it, and I think it does a tremendous job as far as bringing exposure to historically black colleges and universities, athletic programs, and coaching to see that, you know, we can elevate to that next level as well.
Coach Morgan, always good to see you, my friend.
No, thank
but you're
you.
not going anywhere. You're going to
Okay.
stay for a little while longer.